Hello, everybody. Here's chapter 15, Deedee. There is Deedee. She's kicking a ball. She loves to kick balls and causes some troubles by kicking the balls. So here she is, Deedee. This story contains a problem and a solution. Deedee was a mousy-looking kid. Unlike most children at Wayside School, she liked recess better than spelling. As soon as the recess bell rang, she would jump up from her seat and run out the door. There were big signs in Wayside School on every floor, no jumping down the stairs. Deedee never seemed to notice the signs. She jumped down the stairs. Some children took 2 at a time. Deedee took them 10 stairs at a time. That was on the way down. It was funny. She never seemed to be in quite the same hurry on the way back up. I wonder why. There was another sign at Wayside School, no cutting across the grass. Deedee must not ever have seen that one either. She cut across the grass and ran up to Louis, the yard teacher. So cutting across the grass doesn't mean you're cutting with scissors. That means you're running through the grass as a shortcut instead of going along the path. I want the green ball, Deedee said. The green balls were the best. I'm all out of green balls, said Louis. Okay, then I want the red one. The red balls were just as good as the green balls. They didn't bounce as high, but actually, sometimes you don't want the ball to bounce too high. I'm all out of the red balls too, said Louis. Do you have anything left? Deedee meant anything besides the yellow ball. There was one yellow ball at Wayside School, and Louis was always trying to get rid of it. It didn't bounce, and it never went the way it was kicked. Anything at all? Today is your lucky day. I have one ball left, just for you. The one and only yellow ball. No, thanks, said Deedee. Oh, come on, take it. Why don't you ever have any green or red balls? Asked Deedee. I do, but the other kids ask first. By the time you get here, they're all gone. But that's because I have to come all the way from the 30th story. How do you expect me to compete with the kids from the first or second? That's why I saved you the yellow ball. Everyone wanted it, but I saved it just for you. I bet, said Deedee. She took the yellow ball and bounced it on the ground. It stopped dead with a thud. Boom! She stepped back, ran up, and kicked it. It went backwards over her head. She didn't bother chasing it. Instead, she played hopscotch with Jenny and Leslie. She thought it was disgusting. The next day, Deedee asked Miss Jules if she could go to recess early. Why? Asked Miss Jules. So I can get the green ball before Louis gives them all away. I'm glad you have a good reason. Yes, you may go, but first spell Mississippi for me. Spelling was not Deedee's best subject. By the time she finally got it right, Deedee was 5 minutes late for recess. She jumped down the stairs, cut across the grass, and ran up to Louis. There were no green balls left. There were no red balls left either. However, there was still the yellow ball. Deedee played jump rope with Joy and Maricia. It was no better than hopscotch. So Deedee's problem was to figure out a way to get a green ball, or at least a red ball. You already know that the story contains a solution. Deedee figured it out. See if you can too. Remember everything you know about Deedee, Wayside School, and Miss Jules. Hint. The next day, Deedee brought a cream cheese and jelly sandwich, some nuts, and shredded cheese in her lunchbox. I'm going to tell you this hint doesn't really help you out. Here's what happened. Just before recess, Deedee smeared the cream cheese and jelly all over her face. Then she stuffed her mouth with nuts and hung the shredded cheese from her nose. Then she closed her eyes and she looked just like a dead rat. Todd was in on the plan. Miss Jules, there's a dead rat in the classroom. Miss Jules was very put out. I want that dead rat out immediately. When Miss Jules said immediately, she meant it. Deedee instantly found herself outside on the playground. I want the green ball. Louis pretended he hadn't heard her. May I please have the green ball? Asked Deedee. Louis gave her the green ball. I don't know how you did it, Deedee, but you're first today. When Miss Jules found out that Deedee and Todd had tricked her, she sent Todd home early on the kindergarten bus. Deedee threw the green ball on the ground. It bounced 50 feet straight up in the air, and then she caught it. You don't like me, do you? She asked Louis. Sure I do. No, you don't. Yeah, I like you. No, you don't. Yeah, I like you. I really do. Are you sure? Yeah. Don't believe me? I guess so. Do you like me? Asked Louis. You bet. You're my best friend. Terrific. I always wanted to be best friends with a dead rat. So Louis thought that she was a dead rat. That's why he didn't like her. All right, that was Deedee. I thought Deedee was a different chapter. There's another chapter about a ball getting kicked. So Deedee, not a bad person. The person that kicks that ball all the time, not so nice. We'll find out about her later. See ya. Next one, chapter 16.